Kristal, Wick here. Welcome to Artbeads Cafe, where we have all things caffeinated. What blend is it today, Cynthia?
It's a summer blend.
It's a summer blend. And Beatty, of course. I'm here with my guest, Cynthia, and we have some fun things to talk about, do we not?
We do.
Okay,
We do.
so some of our favorites. Yours is?
Birds.
Mine is dogs. So let's share, Cynthia. Tell me about birds.
Okay. Well, I have to say the reason why I love birds first. I came from a French tropical island that's called New Caledonia. And because it's an island, we have so many birds. And that's the first thing you hear in the morning at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, so it wakes you up to some
Yes.
friendly singing.
Yes, and they're beautiful, they're very colorful. And we have actually one bird that is only in New Caledonia.
Oh,
And it's called the kagoo.
kagoo.
The kagoo, yes. It's about 1 foot tall, so not super big. And it doesn't fly.
You're kidding?
Yeah.
Just walks around
It
and
just walks around.
Oh,
and
interesting.
It's great. Yes.
Ah.
And when he sings, it's not really nice. It's kind of a dog's barking. It's really strange. But we are very proud of the kagoo, and it's really protected.
Oh, that's very interesting. I've never heard of that kind of bird.
Yeah. So
Very fun.
I love anything about birds. And I tend to do a lot of jewelry using our birds' beads and charms.
Nice, nice. Birds are near and dear to your heart.
They are. Yeah.
So show me what
I'll
you've
show you.
got. They're so pretty,
Okay.
Cynthia.
So I have some birds. They came from Green Girl. Here you
Ah.
have a beautiful owl. Some also from Tiracast, like this beautiful little link. Some shell from Lily Pilly. And I use this one that I glue inside
Oh.
this pendant.
Nice.
I glue them together. I love also the Lacero birds because of the crystal inside.
Those look like parrots.
They are.
Oh,
yes.
that's really
Are very
cool.
pretty, yes. And of course, also we have those beautiful hand-painted bird pendant or beads.
That's a piece of art in and of itself,
It
isn't it?
is. It is.
Wow.
Yes.
Really pretty.
So I made different samples here to show you. I like to use them at cabochon,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's a pendant. And then, of course, I will put birds everywhere on my
They're just
pieces.
flying around your neck.
Exactly. And
That's
this
so
one
cute.
too, I love it. It's a hand-painted pendant, which is really beautiful.
Oh, the peacock's gorgeous, and I love how you added all the colors in the pendant. So, oh, beautiful piece. Oh, that's so fun, Cynthia.
Thanks.
Ah,
What about yourself?
okay, dogs. Bow wows are near and dear to my heart.
Right.
So I have some really fun doggy things here. I mean, from buttons that say "hug your dog." I have to flip that over so you can see that that's a button, which they make great toggle clasps.
That's true.
Yeah, so
Yes.
even people that aren't necessarily sewers, you know, they
Mhm.
tend to think sewing buttons, but
Right.
jewelry makers can use buttons for lots of things, and I thought hug your dog. How cute
So
is that?
cute.
And some cute little good boy and good girl charms that are adorable. And then my favorite, of course, are the little doggies with the angels. I have a lot of friends whose pets pass, and they're their
Oh,
kids, and so I tend to
right.
make them a nice little, you know, cute charm bracelet or something in memory of their pet. So the little doggies with the angels are sweet for that. And then my doggies are Chihuahuas, and we have a
Of
couple of them
course.
here, so that's
Mhm.
kind of cute. And then some Patricia Healy copper bones.
Mhm.
Those are really fun. You can use those as links or dangle earrings or put them together as a necklace. So it's kind of fun to look at some of the links as well as the doggy charms.
Mhm.
I have some charms over here. These are little I Heart dogs, which is cute. And then this little guy, you can put a picture
Mhm.
of your pup in there. So it's almost like a little locket of your
Right.
doggy, which is adorable. Then I also put this piece together, which, oh my goodness, I thought this was so much fun. Because I like to use backpack dangles or little cell phone keychains, you know,
Mhm.
just little things to dangle off your purse. So I made one of those with my fabric beads. I made some fabric beads using dog paws.
Right.
And then this guy, this is probably one of my most favorite dog stories. When my dogs were puppies, they lost their baby teeth. And I happened to find a few in the carpet before I vacuumed. And most dogs swallow them or
Right.
you vacuum them up, you don't even realize. And so I found this little vial at an antique store, and I filled it with glitter and a couple of their baby teeth in there, so.
That is really cute.
Well, you know, because it's one of
Yeah.
those things that you can either share with your friends if you want them to know what's really in there, or if you don't look closely, it just looks like glitter. So those are my fun little doggy stories. So like you and your birds, I have my little doggy stories. So we do enjoy sharing our favorite animals, don't we,
We
Cynthia?
do.
Oh, well, thanks for sharing your stories.
You're welcome.
So Cynthia, it's time for one of my favorite things, Kristal Wick's Picks, where I get to share all my favorite things with you guys out there. Yay. And this time it's all about gemstones.
Yay.
Yes. So I thought it would be fun if I share my favorite gemstone and you share your favorite gemstones. Yes.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
So mine, lapis. Oh my gosh, love lapis. I would wear it all the time. Every day, in the shower, I mean everywhere, because it's just such a beautiful stone, and it's a very relaxing, calming stone, so it has some of those tendencies, some of those properties, and so I like to enforce that in my life. So I have some really fun pieces here, all lapis, and they have different shapes and sizes, and so no matter what you enjoy,
Right.
you can add those shapes and sizes to your jewelry. Now, one of the things that I have found is very, very popular, especially when selling jewelry, gemstone jewelry, is if you mix copper with a lapis or a turquoise color, it always sells. I do not know
Oh,
why.
wow.
It's like the most popular color combination, but when you mix that together,
Okay.
gone. So I made this cute little bracelet here with a magnetic clasp, and I added some Swarovski copper pearls to the lapis gemstones. And it's just a really pretty little everyday wear. You know, you could wear it with
Right.
jeans, you could dress it up. But I thought that would be a real nice way to wear your lapis every day and kind of chill out.
Right.
So lapis is my favorite. Tell me about yours.
Well, to tell you the truth, it was really hard to choose one favorite.
Sure.
I tend to like the gemstones with the season.
Oh, sure.
And right now it's summer, it's warm, so I like everything that is blue and green.
Of course, because you're from New Caledonia.
Exactly. So we have this blue and green quartz that I think it's really beautiful.
Oh, see, now that's quartz.
Yes.
Because to me, when I hear quartz, I think of the rose quartz automatically. I don't
Right.
think it comes in this beautiful, varied color shades.
Exactly, and this is what I
Nice.
like in those strands, is look at how many colors you have, different colors you have in one strand.
And they all go together.
Exactly.
That's nice.
And it's so you can play with them,
Mm.
not only with the different colors but the different shape.
Mhm.
Like this nugget is really fun,
Mhm.
the oval, the rectangular, and this is a really cool shape also.
Yes, it looks very organic.
Yes.
Mm,
Yeah.
pretty.
And what I love with that is how well they go with the silver.
Nice.
And here I use
Very
a ceramic
nice.
pendant, and I love how it shines against the silver too.
Right.
It's
It kind of
really
pops
beautiful.
it. It's almost like a background.
It does, yes.
Yeah.
I made also this little bracelet. It's a 3-strand. And again, with a
Oh.
silver chain, it's so beautiful.
It is, and it does remind you of summer.
It does,
Mhm.
yes.
Gives you that wonderful feeling of summertime.
It does. So this is my favorite now.
For today.
Yes.
Well, thanks for sharing, Cynthia.
You're welcome.
Cynthia, it's time for a Q&A session, and we have Noah from Arkansas, and he asks, what type of wire is best to use with gemstones?
Okay. Well, the most common wire that you can use is the .019, which is really good for small gemstones.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. But when you have gemstones that are pretty big and heavy,
Yes.
it's better to go another gauge.
Oh,
And
okay.
in that case, you use the .24
Oh, okay.
gauge.
Good to know.
Yes. And then because your necklace is very heavy, you want to make sure that you crimp very well.
Yes.
And my recommendation would be to crimp it twice.
That's what a lot of people don't know about double crimping, and I think it's
Exactly.
always a really good idea for stuff like this.
Yes. And the way to do it, you crimp in first above your last gemstone, and then you go back through the gemstone and you put another crimp right there.
Excellent idea.
And then you're sure that your necklace will be very strong.
That's really good to know. Well, and I noticed that some of the wires that we carry are labeled heavy
Yes.
and medium, so you can figure out what you're going to be stringing.
Exactly. So heavy for very strong, big gemstone, and medium for the most common and smaller size gemstone.
Oh, great. Well, good. That's a great tip. I'm sure Noah will enjoy that. And we want to Thank you, Cynthia, for being my guest.
You're welcome.
And thank everybody for joining us at Artbeads Cafe. If you have any questions for us, let us know at artbeads.com. And meanwhile, happy beading!